Stress and sleep. Does anyone here ever deal with stress or lack of sleep? Raise your hands. What a shock! What a shock! So, this is really, 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 really important. So, you got stress and sleep in your life, right? Everybody does. You had it before you started the program, you still have it. And you want to get better, you want to improve. You don't want to have those ebbs and you don't want to have those cycles of success and then lack of success and you gain the weight, you lose weight all over again. See, so when you go from not eating well and not exercising and having a lot of stress and lack of sleep in your life, and then you add P90X, you're a goner. You're a goner because you're adding all this physical stress that is helping you on some level, right? But the key with P90X and the reason why there's so much variety and it's not, you know, constant jumping and cardio all the time is because some of the workouts, like Kempo for example, it's not hard enough. It's not supposed to be. And we sell it as a real high intense cardio routine, but it's mellow for a reason. Because that's kind of a day where your body is healing. And the only other way you get to heal is by sleeping. If we change the word sleep to heal, because that's what it is, right? There's yin and yang. Everybody know what yin and yang is? Yes? No? Right? Yin is mellow, sleeping, reading, meditating, praying, chilling, right? Yang is, you know, jump, knee toss. That's yang. All right? Push-ups, yang energy. But you need balance. In this country, a lot of times we suffer from lack of balance. And the only two places you get it are either, you know, who here in the room meditates all the time? 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, like 3 or 4 times a week. All right? That's not that many people. So a few people are getting some yin time other than sleep. Who reads a lot? Who just sits back and reads just books and novels? That's another form of just, you know, you and your time alone. In my Cycle of Success seminar, you know, one of them is do nothing, which is hard. Because your life is crazy, you're going back and forth, you got to eat and pick up the kids and go to work, and right? Who here just sits quietly for 15 minutes a day doing nothing with no interruptions? No phone? What? Does he live on the moon? Why would I do that? I could be texting. So my goal here with these 11 laws is to give you a couple of things that we hope resonate so that you can begin to make mild changes. You know, I'm not telling you to go from a burger eating, steak eating, hot dog eating, vegan, right, the next day. It took me like 2.5 years to kind of slowly, gently shift my diet. My diet shifted over the course of a lot of years. So same thing here, you know. It would be awesome if you got 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep every night because your body would have a better chance the next day when it came to your workouts. All right, so if you had a plan, not only with your workouts, but with your life and your work and your family, hey, you know what, this is what mommy needs. Apparently I need more sleep because I'm a freaking maniac and all my joints hurt and I don't know what's going on. And because I'm not getting enough sleep, all I do is crave sugar, fat, and salt. Yeah! You know, I was told me to sit, lay there, do nothing for 7.5 hours, that's going to help me. Well, then I'm going to do it. So, don't mess with my world, you know. Stress depletes energy, it decreases strength, it leads to injuries, it diminishes your desire for more things than one. If you know what I mean, okay? And it causes poor sleep. Oops. So, right? So combating stress. Turn off the drama in your life. You're not in high school anymore. All right? All that naysaying and holding grudges and feeling sorry for yourself and always talking about the negative and the glass is half empty and yada, yada, yada. That is just a friggin' nightmare. Anybody know Seinfeld? You know George Costanza? Remember the episode we decided just to do everything the opposite? Remember that? Lying, cheating, stealing, being a complete idiot, and he just started telling the truth. All of a sudden he was rooting for the Yankees, he had a beautiful girlfriend, everybody loved him. Well, that was based in kind of reality. All right, so, you know, we get so caught up in being right. Do you want to be right or happy? Happy. Being right's fun. You got to come on. I told you so, and I got all the statistics, and I show you, and I'm the winner. Woo! Pop goes the weasel. You were right. You're dead, but you were right. So, you know, choose wisdom and forgiveness. over anger and blame. That's why you're stressed out. What is stress? Your inability to deal with reality. Bummer, huh? Don't you hate that? Because it kind of makes sense. Stress is your inability to deal with reality, to let things roll right off you. I mean, of course you have to stand up for yourselves. And of course you have to be, you have to fight for what is right in some cases. But if it makes you some pent-up, crazy person filled with stress that affects your life, then you're never going to be fit and healthy. It's just going to be tough. It's going to work against you. So, focus on the solution, not the problem. Man, this right here, for me, is everything. Everything. I was always talking about how screwed up things were. This guy and that person, this company and this thing, and they called, and I was pointing fingers left and right all the time. Because that's easy to do, because you don't take responsibility for anything that way. You can just go on and on and on, feeling miserable, pointing fingers, and you're right like crazy, but, in that room all by yourself, are you happy? When you actually sit for 10 seconds and hang out with yourself? No. Right? So, so when you hear the problem, when somebody starts talking about the problem, awesome, great. Okay, so how are we going to make that better? What are we going to do? You want to work together? Can I help you? What are the questions that you need to ask me so that we can make this problem go away? All right? Oh, it's everything. So, if you have stress, typically when you go to bed at night, it's in your head, right? Anybody suffer from that, right? You're just lying there, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and everything else, right? Anybody raise your hand if you ever had that stress at night and lack of sleep as a result of all these things in your head that you have to deal with, right? This is shocking. Put it on a piece of paper. Just put it on, write them down. Write them down, and there they are. So they're not so much in your head, and they're here. So when you get up the next day, you look at it, and you go, okay, what phone call do I have to make? What email do I have to write? What person do I have to talk to make this better?